All right, today we're in the garage. Corey's unwrapping the car because we're going back to black. Roman's here doing stuff as always. He's writing stuff on the board for the garage build because that's coming up next. I have half the car unwrapped right now. Some of the stuff needs to still be done, like the side skirts down there and the whole rear of the car, and then the passenger side needs done still. But other than wrapping the car, what we're gonna work on today is this valve cover here. They don't make any cool valve covers for these cars. The only thing that I've found to do is either paint it or hydro dip it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have found a kit that is carbon fiber hydro dip. So we're gonna dip it first, and then I have metallic paint. This is like a tinted clear coat. So this will go on top to make it almost like a yellow carbon fiber. First thing we have to do though is disassemble and clean the valve cover because it is dusty and oily. First thing I know. All right, so I'm dumb. I was filming everything vertically because this is my first time recording with a cell phone. I'm usually using the DSLR, but this is a lot easier and probably actually better video. That Canon that I have does not shoot great video actually. So I'm gonna pass it over to Roman and he's gonna record me cleaning because that'll make an interesting video, right? All right, now that we got the inside mostly cleaned and kind of dry, I'll flip it over and do the other side. This side I'm gonna do with a scuffing pad, not just the brush, because I want to also scuff up the surface. And they said to use a 360 grit scuffing pad, so that's what I'm gonna do with the purple power, and then we'll rinse it all off and get started with the hydro dip. What's this?
Do you spend too much money on your Focus?
All right, so me and Roman brought up a tub of hot water from the basement in the house. We're both out of breath. Corey's been having fun rapping and apparently writing on my car. Well, I wrote this. Corey wrote the rest.
No, Roman wrote a lot of it.
Yeah, Roman wrote something.
All I wrote was the grocery list. Roman did that.
Let's check the rest. You free my boy? Oh, well, even though he's free. That's not Bondo. That's all metal right there. What else is on here? Oh, I mean, that's pretty accurate. That one's not. Well, right now it is. Very cool. It's there. It's LS swapped. That's a lot. Alright, I have to cut this now. How wide is that? Let's get a measuring tape and actually measure. It is about 15 inches by 20 inches. I think this tote might be too small.
No, it's cat logic.
Good thing you tried to figure that out before you filled it with water.
If that fits, that fits. Or the other way around. If that
It'll get
fits,
most of it.
if that sits, that fits. That's good.
Probably about that much. So the next thing we have to do apparently is tape up the edges so that the hydro dip doesn't go all over the place. I'm gonna do it neatly, but it's fighting me. All right. So we got all 4 sides taped up so it doesn't like expand when we drop in the water. The water is lukewarm. It also has gunk in it because apparently this wasn't very clean before I started. That's a hair. The water's supposed to be like 98 degrees, I think. This is warm. It'll work. I hope. Now I see one side of this should be sticky. So neither sides of this are sticky, which is how I was told you would know which side's which. Why is that wet?
Yes, the instructions.
Your items should be clean, free of any dirt or grease. Yeah, we did that. Measure your item and determine the amount of film needed. Yeah, we did that. That's pretty close. This container should be watertight and large enough to dip your item. Pretty close. Water should be between 85 and 90 degrees. That's warm water. To be sure which side of film goes onto the water, we recommend using the sticky side down test. Do the test with your finger and thumb and pinch the film on the corner. The side that sticks to your finger is the PVA side, and this goes down onto the water. I tried that and nothing was sticky. Okay, this side's sticky. Got it. We're not supposed to let the water on top. What the fuck? I don't think this is gonna work. Well, I'm gonna try to spray my other stuff on there and see if it flattens out. Oh, that stuff's nasty. Should I try dipping it, and if I give up, just paint it yellow?
I mean, you have another piece that should be big enough.
But I really don't want to clean it. Do we do it? Oh, let's do a test run on something.
Yeah, dip something else.
We're gonna dip a Pepsi can because I think I did this wrong. We're gonna find out. Well, it's peeling off.
That's metal. It's not,
Yeah, it's not prepped.
you didn't scuff it or anything.
Yeah, you have cybernetics.
So if you wouldn't have sprayed it.
My hands are now carbon fiber-ish.
So scrap it, make it yellow.
Yeah, I think scrap it, make it yellow is the idea.
We are doing none of the steps required to make this paint work. So it should look great.
So I'm not good at hydro dipping, but I am fairly decent at painting, and I have some John Deere yellow. So the John Deere yellow kind of matches the brakes and other things that are on the car. So I'm just gonna spray it this color because I give up doing this. This isn't fun. So I've got most of the holes taped up. The holes I'm leaving open are ones that don't receive anything right now. With the stuff that I have in my car, I have a lot of stuff removed. So these standoffs aren't used anymore. They're for like the engine cover and some miscellaneous odds and ends. I did tape off the ones that I do use. That way I don't have to run a thread tap through them to clean them out. So hopefully I don't get any paint on my hood or my bumper or my core support. The tires I don't care too much about. And this insulation is getting thrown away. So I should probably also warm this up. It's best to use warm paint. When it's cold, it doesn't really like to stick as well. So I might go hit up Corey and have him heat on this. Now I have my own heat gun, but it's in the drawer, and I want to get it. So I'm gonna use Corey's. I'm gonna get this can up to like normal room temperature. It's like 30 degrees outside, so it's pretty cold. I want to get up to like 70 degrees-ish. It'll just lay down and stick a little better. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and spray this now. Ideally, you don't want to do it in a super dusty, dirty environment, but I just bought a new house recently, and I don't have a shop vac yet, so I have no way to clean this up other than like sweeping it. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to spray it and see what happens, because that's how I work. I'm fairly decent at painting. Apparently I don't know how to paint either. So I have a couple spots that are popping, like this corner here, where apparently I didn't spray enough brake cleaner on it. Oh.
I'm gonna go keep unwrapping this car.
Yeah, I sprayed down brake cleaner to degrease it, and it still popped with like little holes, especially up here. And this is the spot that got the most brake cleaner because it's the top. But everything else looks nice. The other parts that were like properly done apparently. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this paint off and then try to respray it and see if it looks decent. So now the question is if I can salvage this paint job. I put brake clean on this again to wipe off the bad areas. I tried feathering it a little bit, so we'll see if I can actually spray paint on them without it popping again. Take two. I did wipe off those like kind of sketchy areas that look like acne almost. Wiped down with brake cleaner and resprayed them. You can kind of tell where the line's at, where it like blends in, but it looks 10 times better than what it did. It's still not a good paint job, but I'm fairly decent at painting. Probably one more final coat of our John Deere yellow, and then I will switch over to the tinted clear coat. If it looks good on another panel, I'll probably spray a piece of wood or something with it and see what it looks like on top of this. We sprayed it on a license plate, and that's what it looks like on a license plate. I don't know what's going to look like on yellow. I mean, I did a little test spot on this. It turns it kind of goldish. So I'm going to spray this tinted clear on and probably mess the whole thing up. So stand by.
I mean, everything's been messed up so far, so what's the worst that could happen?
I don't know. I think we'll leave it at that. I think just one coat of that. Like I said, I'm trying to match the brakes and stuff. So my brakes are a lot lighter because they're faded. So it doesn't match up. But this color looks better. The valve cover does look better than this color. So I probably have to respray my brakes now.
I thought he was going to say I should hydro dip it.
Yeah, I'll hydro dip these because I'm really good at hydro dipping. I learned that today. Yeah, but this looks decent. I'm going to let it dry and cure and stuff, and hopefully nobody puts fingerprints in it, Roman. Yeah.
I just wanted to. Didn't actually do it.
Tune in next time when I build a motor and put this on it probably, or I buy a new one because I fucked it up so bad. Because that will be coming soon. I have dropped the block off at the machine shop with the head. They are decking the head and assembling the short block. So I'll have that back in probably like 2 or 3 weeks. And then we'll go ahead and do the assembly of the long block and then put it in. Corey will probably be here for that. Roman probably won't. But yeah, tune in for that and subscribe.
If you want.
I need a haircut.
I need to shave.